Welcome to this chapter of your VTS training. Today we're going to discuss how to identify GM engine, transmission, transfer case, and final drive applications on your vehicle. My name is Steve Garrett, and our job today is to show you how to get the right parts and service information very easily from the vehicle itself. GM vehicles all have a sticker on board the vehicle itself, which is known as an RPO sticker, sometimes also referred to as a SPID sticker, Service Parts Identification Sticker. RPO stands for Regular Production Option. Either term is interchanged with each other, both basically mean the same thing. When the vehicle, of course, is ordered by the dealer puts down a series of codes on the order sheet that's sent to the assembly plant. Those vehicle orders are then processed by the plant as a series of 3-digit codes, and that tells them the option content in that particular vehicle. They then print out a sticker, and that sticker is then attached to the vehicle itself so that people in service at the dealership level or independent shop level can identify what components are actually on that vehicle. As we go through, obviously, time, these vehicles are getting more and more complicated. The service information is the same exact thing. You have to have RPO information to make sure that you get the correct part, as well as make sure you get access to the correct service information, because a lot of things are different, such as wiring schematics on the different RPOs. So when we're talking about this, the RPO sticker or label itself is located in the glove box, center console, your spare tire cover, or your deck lid or your trunk lid. Those are the typical locations for it. Starting in the 2018 model year, the sticker was removed on everything that became a new body style from that point forward. So vehicles like the new Silverados and so forth, those vehicles, they got rid of the sticker and they went to what's known as a QR label. The QR label itself is going to be located, as you're going to see, on the left-hand B-pillar of the truck or car, and it's going to use what's known as a QR label or a quick response label that you're going to use your cell phone to actually interrogate that label to figure out what your RPO information actually is. So the RPO is effectively the DNA of the vehicle. In other words, how the vehicle was constructed. Each different component that goes into that vehicle for a system is going to in turn have a 3-digit alphanumeric code established for it. Your engine codes will typically start with the letter L, your transmission codes with the letter M, your final drive for the front wheel drives will start with the letter F, your final drive for the rear wheel drive ratios will start with the letter G. Transfer cases all typically start with the letter N. So there will be 3 digits. Again, you're going to know where to look because everything is basically laid out as an alphanumeric code on the sticker itself. What do you do if that sticker is not there? Well, that question always comes up. What you can do is you can go to your dealer, you can give them your VIN code, and you can request a copy of the SPID information. They can then give you a copy of that information itself as a printout, which is basically the same information you get from the RPO label. This is what the label looks like. As you can see, I've circled the final drive ratio of this front-wheel drive vehicle, the engine that you've got there as your L code, and the transmission in this instance is a 4T40E, which is an M code. So again, we start all of our different stuff with the different letters. F's are going to be front-wheel drive axle ratio, G rear-wheel drive axle ratio, L's are going to be your engine, and of course M's are going to be your transmission. On the later model vehicles, we said they did away with the actual RPO sticker. They went to a QR label instead, so a quick response label. You're going to need a cell phone for this, and it's going to have to be a smartphone. You're going to go onto your cell phone app itself and basically load either a QR reader app itself. The one I actually use is something called Data Matrix or Enigma. Those are the two that I've got on my cell phone, which work basically pretty well on these applications. You're going to activate the app, and you're going to basically place the camera portion of that app. It's going to have a little square that pops up over top of the QR label, which of course I've got circled in red there on your screen. So you can see the location of the B-pillar sticker. You're going to take your cell phone and you're going to basically activate the app, shoot that sticker, and that will automatically then pop up all your RPO information as well as your VIN code and everything on this vehicle. So everything is done with a cell phone on later model applications. I'm giving you a listing of different RPO codes on 6, 8, 9, and 10-speed GM applications. Just to give you kind of an overview of some of the stuff that's actually out there. So the bottom line, there's a lot of differences between some of these different models. You have to know which model you're working on. It could be something as mundane as obviously a different electrical wiring harness, obviously, which then would mean you got a different schematic. It could be something major like some of these receive parts updates that are not compatible with those that did not receive parts updates. So you have to know what the RPO is in order to get the right pieces as well as service information. Now, if you notice this chart, I've put on here 3 of them that are obviously highlighted in red. Those are new for the 2019 model year and 2020 model year. Your 8L90 MQE and your 10L90 MQB are brand new units. That is going behind the new dynamic fuel management system, which basically is a system that's able to go down to 1-cylinder operation as you're driving the vehicle. So we can switch on and off up to 7 cylinders as you operate the vehicle. So the transmission is physically different. Those are also equipped with start-stop. So again, the bottom line is they're of different unit, different wiring schematic, different parts in this. Torque converters are all different in those transmissions. Since obviously they got dynamic fuel management, we got a pendulum style torque converter built into them. So it's kind of some examples of why you need to know the RPO information. Your Allison replacement for the 6-speed, as you can see there, is a 10L1000. I've also highlighted that, obviously in red, the MGM and the MGU. The difference between those two is an example. The MGU uses a PTO or has a PTO. The MGM does not. So again, this is just some examples of why you need to know this information. So how you identify it, find the label. Go to the letter M if you're looking for transmissions, N if you're looking for transfer cases, L if you're looking for engines, or obviously F if you're looking for front drive ratios, or G if you're looking for rear drive ratios. Those will give you the basics of what you're looking for as far as the actual part information about what this vehicle is actually equipped with. Well, that's about all the time we have for today. Thank you for attending.